Hey guys, this is Hellhades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today I'm going to do a video on how to prepare for a fusion. We're getting to that point now. We're in the 1st of July. We're getting to that point where we're starting to get rumblings that another fusion is on the way. For people that have played this game for a while, you'll know that fusions are tough to do. For anyone who's not experienced one yet, I'm going to show you what I'm doing on my free-to-play account to try and prepare as much as I can as well. What I want to do before I get into the preparation is just quickly talk over a few of the previous fusions, not in any detail, just to kind of give you an idea of what you're playing for when they happen, and also why you should prepare. So I'm going to start with a couple of the more recent ones who unfortunately are languishing in the vault because pretty much they were trash. Killian, Mosshead, who else do we have? Killian, Mosshead, and this fella. I think these are the three most recent ones, or Rotus might have come in between, but basically Mosshead will live in a spider team somewhere. That is about it. Massive waste of time, massive waste of investment unless he gets buffed in some way. Next one up is where are you? Killian, great faction war champion. That's about it. He can play in the arena. I guess it depends how good your roster is. My roster's very strong, so he doesn't get in any team at all. But maybe he gets in some earlier game teams, but nothing special. A lot of resources for a fusion that wasn't great. Skull-Lord, probably the worst fusion we've ever had. Again, he gets in my faction war team. That is it, and that's at a push. Looks very cool animations and stuff. He just hits like a noodle considering he's such a beefcake, and yeah, nothing special about him. So we've got three examples there where you're like, wow, I wasted tons of time and resources for someone that was not good. But we've then got Rotus the Lost Groom, one of the most busted champions in the game, was a fusion. You'll see him on just about everyone's arena team. He can play anywhere in the game and he is totally busted. You've got Foley, who is the arena meta right now. Brilliant champion. Was a kind of meme for a long time. He was kind of sitting in the same level maybe as Killian. You know, he was like a Killian for a while, sat in people's vaults, got a bit of a buff, and then all of a sudden he is a machine. So it kind of shows you what can be done with a fusion. And then we've got Morley and Jack, two other fusions sitting here that are both kind of mid-tier legendaries, would be great for most people's accounts. Both of them exceptionally good arena champions, especially now we've got this 3v3 arena that's opening up. So, you know, is a fusion worth going for? Is the first kind of topic, and the answer generally is it's yes. I'd say to get yourself a legendary champion, most of them are strong. Even if people like me tell you they're not strong, Morley, for most people's accounts, would be brilliant. And it's content creators that tend to be telling you whether they're good or not, and they're basing it compared to other legendaries. But for this champion to come into your account, she would do a lot of work for you. So I would say do the preparation, make sure you're ready, make sure you check out early content creator videos, because they tend to, like me, I tend to try and fuse really early. This was another fusion. He's still an absolute beast, but he's fallen out of the meta. You know, there's generally, we put out videos very quickly, and then you can make decisions. So let's get into how to prepare. I'm going to actually jump onto my free-to-play account to show you what I'm doing here, because I think this is more relevant. On my main account, I can prepare like this. You know, I've got tons of resources and stuff. Free-to-play account, early game as well. So I am literally like, 13 days in, 2 weeks in, just under, and I'm still preparing myself for a fusion. Now, I do not believe, and I might be wrong, I do not believe I will get the legendary on this account. However, in every fusion for a legendary, there'll be 4 epics as well. Similar to what you get with this Razin one, there'll be 4 epics to go for. And normally, at least 1 or 2 of those epics are very good. And normally, actually, a couple of the rares are really strong as well. So I am preparing myself the same as I would on my main account, on my free-to-play early game account for a fusion, and I'm doing it now. So let me talk you through what I'm doing. Firstly, I'm preparing food. Now, I will not be leveling up this food right now. I'm going to save it in my vault. Look at this already. Day 13. Food. Food, 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 food. Food, food, food. I guess at some stage I might level some of it to the next 30s so that I've got enough to keep myself moving. But until I need to level something because I'm out of champs to level with, I am leveling food, all with the purpose of getting myself my first 6-star. Yes, that's all. But I'm not leveling it as I go. I'm not like, okay, I've got 30, I make him a 4-star. I've got 30, I make him a 4-star. No. Keep them as level 30s until you have to move them on to the next stage. Because there will be a massive champion training event as part of a fusion, and it's the hardest one to do. Get your food ready to go as much as you can. People tell me the fusions are impossible. I'll tell you what, they're impossible if you don't prepare. Let's go into the tavern. I am not spending any of my brews, okay? I'm saving all of my brews for when that fusion comes up. And that's when I will spend I'll upgrade my food, and I will probably use just about all of my brews if there's good enough stuff for me to get on this account. So brews and food, that's 2 things. Next thing is I am saving all of my gems. Energy is one of the hardest resources to get, and you need a lot of energy to do the different things that you need to do in a fusion. So in a fusion, there is often champion training, covered that. There is often a number of events which relate around Dragon, Ice Golem, where you're trying to farm a champion. That takes energy. There is often an arena event, which means that you just kind of need to, if you've got any kind of refills, you can save them. It's much harder to get those type of things, but if you get some from Plarium, perhaps save them to the last minute. But on gems and energy, what I would condone here is any of the kind of monthly rewards. So when I get this reset, if the fusion's not here yet, I will not be collecting any of this stuff here, which gives me a big energy boost, a big gem boost on a weekly basis. Same with Ascend a Champion, upgrade someone to rank 4. I will stop collecting those until the last possible minute, just in case a fusion gets dropped and I can get another energy refill in this. So start to think about when are you going to collect this stuff. Obviously, make sure you do it on a daily basis anyway. The other thing to do is to save up your shards. There will be a champion chase. There will be a summon rush. Probably the 2 of them will fall into the fusion. You know how they like to do these summonings. I am not going to spend a single shard other than doing my daily quests. So I will burn 3 of these a day, and I'll earn way more than 3. I will, unless I have to pull some to do some more fooding, but this will be going up. This number 114 now. I've gone up about 60 over the last day, and I will continue to put shows up. Ancient shards, any of these that I get from login rewards, from progression rewards, anything like that, I'm saving all of them for when we get the next fusion. So shards are important. Artifacts, there will be artifact leveling events. You'll see what I'm starting to do here. Things that I want to take to 16, I'm keeping at 15. Unless it's necessary. Things that I want to push to 12, I will just push to 11. Any new great artifacts that I'm getting, and for me, this is a new great artifact right here. So I'm not talking about 6-star stuff on this account. I'm talking about 5-star with a good substat. I'm just saving it. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to level it up on the next artifact event. Because as a free-to-play player, you cannot afford to just burn your silver straight away. So, anything 3-star like this, I can just sell off. But anything 4-star and up that's potentially worth keeping, so defense percentage, attack percentage, and HP percentage, I'm keeping them, just sitting them in my store. And we will use them when the fusion comes around. So if you look at my stored items, lots of 4-star pieces now, lots of 5-star pieces that I've not leveled yet. I'm just going to keep those for when the next artifact leveling event comes up, and hopefully I'm going to keep it for the fusion. What else have we got? I think I've covered most things really. Obviously, keep going with your day-to-day stuff. This is another kind of good challenges and missions are another good area. So as you start to, this is what I meant by keeping refills and stuff. As you start to complete some of these missions, make sure you're kind of as close to getting these rewards as you can. These rewards, anything like this that you can get to, save it now for the next fusion. Oh, I remember one more, the biggest one. Potions. Potions are extremely tough to grind for these fusions. Now, we don't know the affinities yet and all that type of stuff, but make sure you put some time into farming potions. I've not started to do it on this account yet, but I am going to over the next couple of weeks. Start to stockpile, especially the arcane. Start to stockpile some of the other potion keep. Use perhaps one of your energy refills a day on farming potions. So when that food's starting to look pretty juicy and complete, then just get yourself into a potion dungeon and work it as high up as you can. So for me, I'm starting to push up now on this account, and I will be just pushing as far up as I can and farming potions every single day. Potions are one of the blockers for a lot of people. They've nearly got their fusion, and then actually they just burn out because this is something they've not considered at all. So potions have got to be up there as one of the highest priority farms. I think that's probably about it, guys. Prepare yourself. It's going to be coming within July, I'm certain. And normally these champions are strong, but at least prepare yourself for the epics, because generally at least 2 or 3 of those are good. I've been Hell Hades. Hope that's useful. Catch you later.